The school of thought in saying Kebeya and surface mind in the Crayam Bandit.
So Dr. Ren, you see, like I said, leadership any template be a try to baby cast and stone say we a leader, these are the protocols. Are you your names so I did mind? It is the flexibility a woman and the man who with me adjust it to your local context. So leadership is very flexible in such a way, say always you look at what is happening. Now I inform you what to do, your next line, strategic plan, vision, will be at some point in time, no, baby events in this situation, air corner will prompt you to adjust, review your priorities and a whole lot of stuff. So you need to say, President, I feel say that say, and I will not mind for Casa. A leadership, my catcher say a daily solution I will provide it to crisis. So whenever issue be bad, a big gaining momentum, the outcome negative piano. As a leader, you carry the soul of the state. You need to engage the people and brief them, talk to them, because sometimes certain she was so as a president no ye nipa sabi. Unim uti leadership asia. When you engage the people, you speak to them. Na your speech will be a to baby na offer. I have listened to the president a couple of times. Whenever he's addressing the nation, look at his eyeball, fixed on a particular border. He's reading what has been written for him, and even unable to engage the people with his eyes. Eyes are fixed to a particular script, and he cannot go off the script. And in some you cannot engage the people and speak to their minds, speak to their conscience. So wouldn't need kasa your eyes and your interaction how are very, very, very important. A chere nipa no how what share whatever you are discussing with the people. So Galamsey na by a menace is last time I catch us say social cancer. Where the anya canker a social cancer. It's deep into the fabrics of our society, and Ghana need life is on the line. The president is very quiet on this critical subject. What's who said was sorry addressing the nation, looking at how urgent this crisis is, you take charge and tell people, say, these are the measures I make my to remedy this situation. To us, it's an emergency. Among for calling for say undeclared state of emergency. You see, you can decide not to declare the state of emergency, but the urgent response and the approach, can help resolve this particular matter. But he's unable to do so because, Dr. Ren, I'm telling you, that President Akuffo Addo is neck deep into this Galamsey business. And the very people who are around him are the very people who are running this enterprise. Sebi, omudi make sika. Because and then I may obi have a conversation or say, and if you go to our local banks, na obi mouth check, kesiye na emu ye do now call any of our banks, sikano. They can't even get you all the money. Sometimes, all the quarter upon 9 o'clock, they will tell you, say, come in the evening. Thinking that the bank will be able to take a lot of deposit from people who ever draw you no money will sikana amount. So sikana any system no man for kakana wahano, a man for converted to dollars, a go modemono. Ama the only way avenue a man for free say to make sikana now, I had the Galamsey, especially going to the elections. It is the reason why and Galamsey campaigns and they run for parliamentary seats across the country. I feel we Galamsey MP say Benyan Organ has said no, we show because they are in the bush destroying these making money, and they end up sponsoring political parties. And the president is aware. It's not as if he's not aware, and he's not even interested in say all go against OP because personally on one kasakwa in position. So far as the fight against Galamsey is concerned, because position I can say, I NDC for one day tone so say or no baby go Galamsey now baby shemu kena. That statement is very famous, and today he tells you say, but the presidency at all line so I am fighting Galamsey. I can't just say presidency is a very serious business, and when you speak, your words are very powerful. That is why in America, your professors and doctors are almost them. The more said they study the speeches. American president. Sabi me a general so and you be free. Whatever you say, philosophical. and daho by Hano may sure said in some normal kind of modern you don't even know the philosophical underpiece be a woman. Said you when you assembly towards our children crack. And there are some no kind of one or funny wordy. Into the fight against Galamsey, no, in Niho. Because you see, my catcher said, I cannot sit here and blame Akuffo Addo say solely or you're responsible for Galamsey. But you see, when you renege on the sacred responsibility, the amount as a president to crack the whip on the very people are Sabi, Yahu almost to Galamsey, no. Yanyahana ne is Western Regional Minister, a call meeting, I say, Anna DC, you party official kase soldier for na yede omo aba ha se ne yam form one massa o stop Galamsey and this a wo Galamsey site na se soldier ni ba ha so o be stop wa mo somebody inciting the general public say yam wo soldier for they should beat military men. Dr. Ryan, till date person is still walking free. Abra regional minister in your opportunity, no, he could not even condemn that reckless, irresponsible statement. Actually, say at the heart of the government, they are the very people who are engaging in this Galamsey business. And this President Akuffo Addo sorry, someone stop Galamsey na. I on one in for no more biane, ena one bomb, and you know, Sabra or cancel Galamsey, and it's a mamma for Yanana, the community mining, ebano, according to John Bodu, Yenina. We are not party offices in the party Iowa constituency in the local level, no. And I bet the mini headquarters of Galamsey, I need two party boys in the move to Galamsey, no. And then the mom for because of Galamsey, people who could not even rent room for themselves. Now today, they are swimming in money. I will call Eastern Regional. One person to me sponsor the whole constituency. Or to me back, I say, we are me two, or power be two. As I'm making we are aware. Back for Western Regional, or not me two MPs, because he has the money, he has the Galamsey money. And you see, so enya dear said, Abino Yahweh or Yahweh, Akuffo Addo is not interested. Look at what they did to Dr. Frimpong Boateng. Because when I buy also the presidency had to lie, so over fight Galamsey. When a good old professor would the Jumadi National in Sa, what say I painstaking investigation, the report about Mr. President. I don't know, and this is the outcome. The president sat on the report for almost 2 good years until the good professor came out and blew the whistle and said, no. But the outcome, not my president, so on one leaky the Bible thing. And so, what kind of report now? A child said he did an extensive work concerning the Galamsey. He named individuals. Individuals not only or more in his report, meaning our high government officials, high ranking officials, including some journalists. Over the years, or one of that big, you know, someone to Galamsey or say. At the end of the day, what happened? Nothing. Nobody was prosecuted, nobody was investigated. And now investigation, was another testimony. The guy who was mentioned was sitting with the president. Today he's going to parliament. So at the top, this whole fight against Galamsey, it's a sham. It has never been started. Because stay nipa na eso stop no one day too. I mean, there ya woman say aban no kra na yete ponko so e na sabi ne bibi obedinti no onwene nipa ho e na say obeye Galamsey na ask yourself anti society na yete Dr. Ren anti ye ni conscience because ade ba kwa driver or man has to do with the moral conscience of our society. Enti mena meka ba kse Ivan den na meya den Dr. Ren na ka kse wo ndot London ba began as me fa ho ben obi na tinchanya but the very people we have constituted ya more a certain power like the Christian Council, like the so-called Peace Council, like Council of State. These are Sebi institute for institutional. You free say omujino minor anaimu. They are a partisan. A partisan means they are not unaligned or affiliated to any party or particularization. Enti senka will be as a ujina the name no intermediary say no. This thing has become a social cancer and we need to stop it. Let us call on the president immediately. Know how do we join forces to ensure that we nip this canker in the bud? What is that? Omubi kasa. Yet Kroma now software nipa respect omo. I saw ko jina ngudam. Hypocrisy. instead of them to go to the Flagstar house, look at Akuffo Addo in the face and tell him, say, enough of this nonsense. The Galamsey must stop. You as a president, you need to do something. They rather went to the bush. Bush. Now, Dr. Ren, bomb pie. Now, Galamsey, and being who said by four to Galamsey. And I mean who said homody to Galamsey. Galamsey nipa netu yeni momo. They have names or more address yeni momo by face in an answer for them. Nase, instead of you to go straight to the person and reproach them, we rather decide to say a quacotrianara assassini or woodum a bompaye. That's how a damn way Yankopon crates or me a shot or no cry not of ferry. Because you see, and yet near money nana yam paye. Sometimes you need to be very straightforward and deal with the issue head on. But because these people enemy the free and because we blacks and some of us are so greedy, so we always want to stay relevant by feeding from your first establishment in India. Men are nobody and I bold enough to look at the president. Now I can't answer where actually you cannot trust them because most of the lands are Galamsey, for Nedema. And again, so over here, China for your mobile baby. Now no be frame no catch them say, Ivan, when is all called Western region or Chinatown? Dr. Ren, there are some towns in the Western region called China for those Ghana for, and they are dead doing Galamsey. He found a movie by who gave them the permit. Now yet to Kromani say China need intimate secure concession into Galamsey. Why they secure the more? Because over the years, Galamsey na Ghana for ya Galamsey. Yes, our surface mine ya we. They didn't have the sophisticated equipment. Eminence your soil. Destroy your forest near water. Man for obi obo senior branch as a boakoshe wudam ne nam for kutua not ya na yakoro kakra obenya no de ahwe no ho. But to say dear nkrofo we de sophisticated equipment and e de abakroma. Eno mudi muna sase ni etu say nsuo ne na se for no. For you're quiet, so for you're quiet, Council of State, you're quiet. The president himself is quiet because he's complicit. And a near man also, and a Ghana for and a health consequences, you go through. And I know I never come a year sign who yen say Ghana for and chassis for to me and Shane and Safonsa. And we continue to reward fools with political power. Problem now, you woman, in the next 5 years, it will double. Yako Parliament. Galamsey issue aba a social cancer yen na ye kan ho asem yase ya fra akwa bi anodom pre osawan. He stood on his feet instead of him to speak wisdom na oka asema ye betimi abo na ya address Galamsey no. He was rather doing comparisons say NDC for say what no more than omo. So as long as a NDC pencil what no mo say ye a mo pollute ye no edo so chan de e kwaso ene no to him is okay. Mrs. Ghana is a serious country that such a joker will not be in parliament. By now, public pressure I want so I'm gonna resign in Keko. Now, what we Boris Johnson and Mammy or Banana done as about near circumstances are I'm more resign here from prime minister position, and these guys say some of these silly stuff to the general public. No, because in an August house where we believe say people who walk around with the prefix honorable, honorable reflecting in the way you speak, the way you think, the way you talk, the way you name. But unfortunately, nipa na yedi to me as dodo na ye just me say some are unmitigated jokers.
Ivan, unyin ni se onimonyamfo yi a woka na asemi anodom prayer wo free MP nsanwomu adroji wunyini se obeka ne saa because okohwe a friend is saying regulations 2022 LI 2462 eja parliament both MPP ni NDC nanu ya wo mokotena ase na wo mugi tu mu se yenko mine forest and into what can you begin and answer akaso wo mu si ase de na enso enimguase ne ma Ghana fo nyina mfa nso MPP nko a mo NDC kra nso so mo ka ho bi ana ya do baby I do because and 2022 parliament NDC ni MPP omo parliament e passe law a manipa Ghana ni e kwan a wobkop timi e mine e wo eye foresting. So don't you think it's both political parties in a job dia ba bedu sa na ma amma anodon pray ahye ne kutupa wo de e kasa asemi but my main kind your friend is what did China the ebe mu under our laws no there is no a friend is saying under the Mining Act 2006 Act 703 no we share section 8 of the Minerals and Mining Act no or say a license for small scale mining operation shall not be granted to a person unless that person is a citizen of Ghana. And you heard any Ghana kruno ye team no na ye tumi hu bruni no ye small scale mining na ekutia ye laws na sakra.
Yes. Dr. Ren, you see, to start with Parliament, you know, I will be a hypocrite to sit here and say, Nipo Mutu Galamsey, MPP4. Galamsey ni nipa no mutu no NDC for wom MPP for wom obukura ni party but the reason why omonya kwan omoye de omoye ne say there is no leadership in place. And Dr. Ren, Parliament no maka say over the years so we had nema so it's just an extension of political party offices and the whole issues no ko depending on where you stand across the political divide. And on the day, what be your numbers? When I win. So some of these laws are passed through Parliament, you know, because that has been the history. But the thing they say, these are critical issues who are hitting on the chest of everybody. So Galamsey effect in a bar, you need NDC in CPP ni, and I PPP. No. That is why I use the word social. Social is a social cancer. Because apart from the health implication, as a phone in our and when you economic freedom crowd a better fluids, I'm just imagine so with fear, not the provider of Nipana or Damano, when you kidney disease. Just imagine. Socially, economically, everything of that household, you know, is gone forever. Because sikabia mubenya biano, Monday dialysis. Akrawo University one year because within a week one where dialysis na and making the family is not willing to let the father go. So these are the implications. So when we are talking about these sensitive issues, so I hate obiano, Dr. Ren, and yet NDC and yet MPP7, you look at the greater good. Because to the average Ghanaian, there are issues at Parliament. You can do your NDC MPP politics. It's normal because everywhere it happens. But you see, these are core social issues. The impact, you know, are very ravaging and very consequential. Very ravaging and very consequential. So in such circumstances, you know, you don't toy and do politics with it. But to these unwitty minds, you know, they think that issues not trouble. So issue never ban we can categorize them under which I bet media partisan politics, under which the heart and the minds of Ghanaians are invested in. Is the reason why social media exploded when he made those silly comments. A lot of people at NASA Parliament, among for NDC MPP politics or whatever, why people pick on this particular matter? Because among for say, hey, babe, Sabi. Say you know very well, sir, some of the issues are no-go area because we a new partisan party colorization. So you need to address it with all the urgency that it deserves. Again, okay, by Yamara say Obi Enya Ghana national onya this onya concession. You see, China for no more on paper, none of them any only concession. None. Only, and they go into partnership with these Chinese because they have the sophisticated equipment. And some of them say that they give the land to them. 20%. That is what they are doing. And you see, these Chinese guys are very smart, Dr. Ren. Sometimes even the notiana almost suspect is a gold mission, almost putting in the coal. Yes. And these Chinese are shipping gold and pass it through your system. And then I know reporting about one thing they say the ounces of gold amount for a measure oil outside no also China they are account for a say. Because people are exporting gold, raw gold from this country outside. Abra Sebi, Bank of Ghana and then as for quarantine taking stock of anything. Because these people are aided by the same special interest in parliament and power. They have access and they can maneuver and do everything to get away. So issues like this, I think say NDC MPP will not solve the issue. And the larger Ghanaian society, irrespective of where you stand across the political divide, it is either we stand now or we lie low to be buried. Because maybe a Ghana could do no. And when him say, a man for my mentra dear bim, mamma fontias here. Walk up on say, walk out pure water. Walk up on say, walk out vortic water. Why Jane is so many a Galamsey so be numbi, and I have menum way. And so no more yes, I near money no free, the same source never. Because when water is flowing, river is flowing, it knows no bound. It flows at the esipe, and sounds soon baby a free baby. A man for try to extract all the chemicals from Sebaya bit me look good baby. I say now University of Ghana, one of the department I research about water I no more chroma. Dr. Ren, who reports now? I won't be so Ghana happy. I'm telling you.
Near cry while breach a crano. Yes, yes, you need no cramp and some woman now will be or no ye Ghana dear. My main kind week I can be on my boat another on prayer audio now for emphasis now with that will make I say a year over 19,000 hectares of cocoa farms, equivalent to about 35,849 football fields, have been destroyed by illegal mining.
Yeah.
Intie another prayer. Asemwa wokai.
I can tell you, you polluted the water more than us. You polluted the water more than us. I can tell you, you polluted the water more than us. You polluted the water more than us.
Inti we asemwa honorable minister no. What they two just say NDC for pollutants, more than warmer.
It's sad, you see, and polluting these things a crime. And the Makata say, Obiani wa our NDC moa, Obro Maraso, Dr. Ren, and the wound mobile NDC or pollute water. It's not just your fans. And
we are MPs who Brasha Begenia wouldn't me police for and so me evidence say A, B, C, the pollutants, more than us in Timumi and Cochi.
Exactly. So that is why I make it. Gradually, Parliament lose the reverence, the reputation, and I'll be very much shocked if Parliament can ever in this country say trajectory ever cite or be for contempt. No, I'm not sure, because you see, House Kasano is in contempt that because Adrian Nekasa it's so nasty and so filthy. Among for every hawkasa a crown a casa na penny over community or MP. Your friend honorable. And these are heads and minds a year being my minor. Now we can't about hectares of cocoa. Dr. Ren, what is that and saying? Bang your fans a cocoa board boss by your press conference be?
Yeah.
For the first time in 32 years, we are breaking the record. We are not going for Obwa. Because the consortium of banks over the years, they rely on them for cocoa syndicated loan. Say they are not going to give us cocoa. Do you know why? In the past, Ghana, one of the highest producers of cocoa, 80 million over around 1 million tons of cocoa. No, last year, Yakoji cocoa syndicated loan say you bet me produce 650,000 tons. And my cocoa syndicated loan. Yakwaji sikana buy no. We could not even get 500,000, Dr. Ren. Around 450,000 metric tons. And the cocoa beans, you deca 250 metric tons of cocoa beans. You pushes this year near Tane and Pacomomo. Now, Sabi, who you now we a banker. Will you give your money to such country? country a ono timinya over 1 million no around 1 million no say 500 kura onya and the wo kwa loan no or the mawa afa na wo beto 250 no de tua last year de no na say na wo benya is the reason why these banks or my that syndicated loan no declined. And that joker took the platform and lied to Ghanaians say, for the first time we are breaking and we are going to raise the money from here. Thinking say everybody is a fool. And it is me can't same way they are because of asema or can you say Galamsey for no a koje amount for a land amount for cocoa na ye chat wogu ya can't say nipa say sika koko was ye and nipa no or hesika ya de mano ne we ya because cocoa no cry Anthony ye. Are you aware, say, and at the international market, no cocoa bag, you turn 90 million. 90 million. Yama farmer no okromano. I think less than 1,000.
Less than 10 million.
Oko Western Regional, cocoa farmers no more on 1 bag of cocoa. 90 million.
9,000, Titino.
Yes, 90 million. Farmer no, your man 5,000, oh, your man 4,000, your man 2,000, your man less than 1,000 Ghana cedis. Dr. Ren. Enti, so what you a bank cotton cocoa bag bia wo abontia, onyam faso over 8,000 for 1 bag. Cocoa farmer no she wuram no, onya. Enti, a man for their huntia a trouble cocoa good for Galamsey for no. Enti, metric tons less yenya that are.
Ebusia ogusu a wotie Rainbow Radio 92.4 FM koswa na tie Rainbow Radio na eja yene o na ewo ha yene eye Ivan egusu a ye twin enkomo entunya ba share the video send ye wunim no na invite someone and also eja opese woni yen edidwuma Rainbow Radio 92.4 FM the enwiane say obe bomodiana wafa yetete phone number si na ntentem no ano woni eja yatwetwe eye enkomo na djumede bi a wudi bia no yetimi abɔ ho dero obetimi afre yen was 07961722164 and 02081446660 yenko Ivan asema a wo kan die ama me kra no I know say I've got the numbers there. And I know Kramiti say much cocoa farmers no Croatia Ashanti region and some of the cocoa farmers nankasa bino ankasan ebo modern frame enemy twetwe nkomo na ekoku bebre na ewo ho no se kuapa cocoa fo ni no do no ankasa kra no womani nji ekwan aban ne de omofa so because whenever there is an increase on the national world market no a womo expectation at least kra na aban no betimi ayi bibia mo cocoa insusu no. At the end of the day, no, and once na aja abo oman ho banya bedum pempen so away. A buying increasing in Sukrano, akwa dani asem. And you are saying say cocoa na no ye turn world market na 9,000 no. A buy no sika ode mom no kran endu 5,000.
5,000 the what can be. Say around 1,000 Ghana cedis. The cocoa farmers you can speak to them. Dr. Red. 5,000 then can wanya be. It's so sad. It's so sad. Say, we have a minor yatim na, Dr. Ren. There is no aspect because what you can just take a sign of relief and say, my beloved Ghana will work again.
Why is it say we have become like greedy men? And they cried here, you say, what the bonsam si one now the Ghana ni noa, you move to do no siwa. I think some people would like to choose Satan and leave the Ghana because for my Ghana is like I will be a fume japadie, I will be a chale yen chendi, yen and tem yen say or mine as if there is no tomorrow. Me ma a year statistics we na yen funny and try and common so. Yen fa Bank of Ghana a year performance from 2013, ABC 20 a year 23. Ufa a year 2012 Bank of Ghana a profit of 574 million Ghana cedis. 2013 Bank of Ghana a profit 713 million Ghana cedis. 2014 580 million Ghana cedis. 2015 616 million Ghana cedis. Profit Bank of Ghana enya yo. Yembra 2017, 929 million Ghana cedis. Yeba 2018, Bank of Ghana profit omunya 1.8 billion Ghana cedis. Yeba 2019, 2018, no, sorry. 2017, the profit at Bank of Ghana 929 million Ghana cedis. 2018, Bank of Ghana make a loss of 1.8 billion Ghana cedis. 2019, a loss of 3.1 billion Ghana cedis. 2020, losses of 6.1 billion Ghana cedis. 2021, losses of 4.6 billion Ghana cedis. 2022, losses of 7.2 billion Ghana cedis. 2023, 60.8 billion Ghana cedis losses. Come on. Ivan.
So clearly, leadership. The state.
And come back come on.
Yes, Dr. Red.
Ivan. You see, let me be honest with you. I have never seen a government that is so wicked, so evil, and look, this government, and I'll say this, and permit me, Ivan. Look, everything now, a man for be yeah, and I don't want people to take Manu in Siboni. And you may be a bind be yeah, you two a bind be no. Soldier food two a bind no. Akuffo Addo bay why more than 100 times.
Oh.
Dear a champon, Akuffo Addo nam United Kingdom, and at the time when a year Otum for one gasakai, Crobia Santini, now say to Yebuni Diani Ebuyemui. Okay. And you may be a champion, no what tennis one or your operation, feed yourself. A Akuffo Addo organizing men and women from Burkina Faso, from Niger, men and women from Togo. A bomb, Modia can sem a far a year, ye papa, a dancini, a champion, kutu. Akuffo Addo ibe on Chile in Ghana, the onions a man more dangerous than a Kutu champ. Everything a Akuffo Addo spoke against, no, were